Hello all you beauty people and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Obviously you guys can tell we're at this angle again because this is the third installment into my declutter series. Obviously you can tell by the title down below. So today we're going to be going through my eyeshadow palettes. It's about time for me to go through some of these, figure out what I can get rid of, what I want to keep, what I might want to add into my everyday collection, what can I pass on, whatever it may be. So I've got this drawer which is full of eyeshadow palettes, this drawer which is full of eyeshadow palettes, which I'm pretty sure I don't think I'm going to touch this one at all, but we'll go through it just in case. And then I also have this one that has some little stuff. So it is what it is. We haven't gotten to this part yet because that's my foundation drawer. And then I think that's the only drawer, the foundation drawer is the only drawer I think that's left in this unit right now at the moment. And then obviously we'll move on to the other ones shortly. So if you guys are interested in watching me declutter my eyeshadow palette collection, then just go ahead and keep on watching, and don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel because you know you want to. So you know the gist, which is why I started that spiel. If you like videos like this, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss a video with me, your girl Senior D, and let's just go ahead. So as we talked about, we're going to be going through my eyeshadow palette in my 5-drawer Alexa that I have right here for us, or 6-drawer Alexa, and just kind of seeing what I want to get rid of and things like that. If this is your first time to my YouTube channel, I do beauty, lifestyle, and makeup videos here. So if you're interested in being a part of my YouTube channel, I definitely would help me out if you would go ahead and subscribe. Again, I post 2 to 3 times a week. I also do monthly giveaways for the US and for also international. So again, if you are a US citizen or an international person and you're from, I want to know where you're from. Let me know in the comments down below how you found my video, things like that. I want to connect with you guys definitely for sure. So don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, but let's just go ahead and get into this drawer. So this drawer has a lot of different eyeshadow palettes. I think you guys are at a pretty good angle to see what I've got going on in here. Now, I recently have these 3 Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes that I have yet to use, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and keeping these for sure, because I just really want to try them out and do a dedicated video, so that's kind of what's going on. I do know for a fact of some eyeshadow palettes I'm definitely going to go ahead and get rid of right off the bat, but I just want to show you guys what they look like. So the first one is this one by Crown Pro. Or Crown Beauty. It obviously is very heavily loved. I did really love this palette for the longest time, just by how it looks. You guys can see that. It's actually really comparable to the Naked Heat palette. I actually did a video comparing the two of them. So this is what the Crown Beauty looks like, and then that's what the Naked Heat looks like. I think they did a really great dupe of the Naked Heat one, but since I have the high-end one, I'm actually going to just go ahead. I'm keeping this one for sure, but I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to a family member or a friend. So that's the first one to go. But yeah, so I do have the Naked Heat palette. I'm definitely going to go ahead and keeping that. Then I have, let's see, I already talked about those. We're keeping those. And then I also have some of my higher end palettes, like my Norvina palette. I'm definitely going to go ahead and keep that one. I cannot get rid of this for the life of me. This is my first Naked palette. At a weird angle. So this is my first palette I ever spent my money on. It is just a very sentimental item when I first decided to get into makeup. So again, this was the first high-end product I ever bought, and it is the original Naked palette. Obviously it is discontinued, but it's just so beautiful, and I still use it time to time because some of these shades I have actually never even really touched, but obviously you can tell by the ones I really loved that I hit pan on. Yeah. Definitely keeping that for nostalgia reasons. Then we have the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Now this one actually recently we're giving away in the, oh my god, Ipsy Glam Bag X Khloe Kardashian one, but luckily I got the other palette I wanted. So, but this is a really beautiful palette if you like neutrals and like pink and mauve tones. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and keeping this one as well. And then we have the Naked 3 palette. This one actually is more of just pink tones. So again, this is a really beautiful palette for sure. So that one I think is going to stay as well. Then a palette that I know I'm going to be giving away, or like passing on to a family member or friend, is the It Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. I never really touched this one. I wasn't really wowed about it. I think I got this in a like BoxyCharm or an Ipsy, and I kept it because I thought I was gonna really love it and get into it. I only got into a few shades. Yeah, because they're pretty much all mattes. Like, I don't see that much of a shimmer into them. Maybe I just didn't swatch them enough, but again, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this on to a friend or a family member. So we're gonna move on from that one. The next one is this Ciate palette. So it is really beautiful. Obviously you can tell just by like how blinding it is. The formulas are extremely really soft in them too, but just like little palettes like this just aren't something that, I don't know, I feel like I have other shades like this in my collection somewhere, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass that on since I only swatched it and I never really like played with it. So we're gonna go ahead and pass that on to a family member or a friend. Another palette that I have held on to for a very long time, but I know it needs to go, is the Nude Tude The Bomb palette. So this one's really cute. It's really fun and flirty. You see little women and how they're dressed, or how like the shades are covering them. It's very risque of a palette for sure. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass that on to a friend or a family member because that's just something I don't really think I want in my collection anymore. And then moving on to some of these other palettes, so like this one, this is the Dominique Cosmetics. I think this is the Sweater Weather palette that she came out with, that we got in a BoxyCharm or an Ipsy at some point, and I've never really even touched it, so I'll just go ahead and pass that on to a family member or a friend. Again, I think I just kept it because it was Dominique Cosmetics, and I meant to do like a dedicated Dominique Cosmetics video because I started getting a lot of products from them, from her, but I just never did it. So that's gonna go ahead and pass on to a family member or a friend. Another palette, okay, so I loved this, but I think Milani's actually reformulated their formula and made them a lot better. I haven't tried them out yet, but it's just from what I heard from some of like the newer palettes they've been coming out with. Hold on, I apologize, my phone's going off. All right, as I was saying, so this is the Milani Pure Passions eyeshadow palette. This one actually can be pretty comparable to that other one that I was showing you guys, which is the one that's kind of comparable to like the Naked Heat palette. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this on. They actually discontinued this one and they've reformulated their eyeshadows. So I definitely want to go ahead and try out some of the newer stuff because some of these shades in here aren't that really great when it comes to pigmentation. I think it was more or less like this shade and one of these shades, but some of these other ones worked and some of them weren't that great. So yeah, definitely go ahead and pass this on to a family member or a friend. So there's that. I have this palette that's not even opened, but I definitely want to try it out. I've never tried out Huda Beauty's, any of their eyeshadow palettes or anything like that. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and keep this one. This is the Viseart. Now, Tati used to talk about Viseart so much and how great these palettes are. I have actually yet to get into this, but it's an all neutral like matte palette, so I'm not mad at it. I think actually when I run out of my Mad for Matte one, I might just start and switch over to this one. But also, as I talk about Tati is back. Is anyone else just like ecstatic, excited? I started watching her favorites video the other day and I haven't finished it. So I definitely want to watch it and maybe pick up some of the items that she's been loving. So definitely excited to do that for sure. But yes, this Viseart palette, I'm gonna go ahead and keep. So I'll just put that over there. Oh, this palette, amazing. So this is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. When this palette came out, I just was like in awe. It's just like the everyday palette that has neutrals, colors, anything you can need to make a really beautiful eye look, and it's all in one palette. So I actually used to travel with this palette because again of the matte transition shades. If I wanted to change like from a nighttime look to, or a daytime look to a nighttime look, I could smoke it out with some of these like deeper shades that are in here. And obviously Urban Decay has a really great formula, so I'm definitely keeping that one. I should play with that one more. Definitely should play with that one more. Okay, next is the controversial Subculture Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So I actually haven't played with this enough. I got this at like a TJ Maxx or Marshall's probably a year after the controversy when it came out there. I haven't really played with it that much. I actually have it in my collection because I wanted to have at least like 3 of the ABH palettes in my collection. I don't remember why people hated this. I think it's just they said that some of the shades were really patchy, but I haven't really gotten into them. And I remember I think it was like this edge shade, which actually makes me curious. It doesn't seem patchy. It doesn't seem that way. So definitely feels like I think I got a good one. So that one's seems very beautiful. And like this shade, like, can we, like, what? Like, I can't even tell you, like, show you, like, how beautiful is that shade? Like, that is stunning. So I don't know why people shitted on this palette. Maybe they just got a really bad batch, and I don't think I did, so I'm gonna keep that one. All right, okay. These little Huda Beauty palettes I have in here. This one is the Huda Beauty Ruby Ambition. This is a really cute palette. I'm not really a big fan of like these 9 pans, I guess. They're just like not my thing. I don't know, maybe they're cute to travel with, but like if you look at these, the shades, oh, I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. This one hasn't even been touched, so this one I could potentially like put into a giveaway or something like that, so I can just go ahead and add that to that collection over there. As for this one, I think I'm just gonna pass this on to a family member or friend. I don't know, I'm just not really like wild over this, but I have it, so I guess I'll just pass that on since I am keeping the other ABH, their Huda Beauty palette. Like this one is stunning. Just, oh, look at that. Look at the packaging. Look at how beautiful it is. Like, and I feel like some of those shades are kind of in this. I think the only reason why I would keep that other red one was because of that one red shade. But there are plenty of other palettes that I have that have a beautiful red shade in them, especially like the Jeffree Star palette. That has like really beautiful reds that are like this, so definitely passing this on. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one, and I'm gonna take it out of its packaging. I should probably do that at some point and get rid of the unicorn. Put up the rest of my trash. Okay. Other palettes that are in here that I have is the Dream Street by ColourPop, which is the Kathleen Lights collaboration, and then the other, the Zodiac Kathleen Lights collection. I think these are just stunning palettes. I used to use these all the time, and then obviously I kind of cycled through and like have new eyeshadow palettes now. So I guess I'm gonna keep these just because they are a collaboration, and I actually think these are in the wrong drawer. These actually should be in this drawer because this is my YouTuber drawer. So we'll get to that one here in a second. But yeah. Okay, next palette. This is the Lorac. What is this? Riesling Romance eyeshadow palette. I've had this for so long, it's ridiculous. I do love it, like some of the shades, especially for a very like neutral, natural look, if that's what you're going for, but I think it's just time for me to pass this along to a family member or friend, so we're gonna go ahead and move on from that. The eyeshadow palettes I'm definitely keeping are these two. These are from Alamar Cosmetics. These are by a Hispanic owned brand, and I love these so much. This one was gifted to me by my great friend Sharon here on YouTube. Shut up, it's Sharon. You guys hear me talk about her all the time, but yeah, she gifted this to me. Super excited. She knew I really wanted it, and we've become friends here on YouTube, so thank you, Sharon. Love you. But yeah, so I'm definitely keeping this one for sure, and then obviously the other Alamar Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that I have, which is this one, and I believe this is in Reina del Caribe? I don't know how to pronounce that right. I am pretty okay at Spanish, but like I don't know why I can't read today. So Reina del Caribe, I think that's how you say that. So anyways, that is that. Moving on, keeping that. Okay, my only Kylie Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that I have, keeping this one because it's the only one I have in my collection. So keeping that. Okay, this is my Lorac Pro palette. I've had this for so long. I think this was my second eyeshadow palette that I bought for myself. Why I bought this one and the Naked one are kind of like so close to each other, it's ridiculous. But you know what? It's very well loved. And I have friends and family members that would not spend money on these like I would, who would still really love this. But this is a very loved palette. As you can see how dirty it is. Your girl loved this. Loved this. I wore this thing to filth, but it's time to pass it on. So there's that. All right, so moving on. Okay, so the palettes I know that I am gonna get rid of and I am gonna pass on, and it's really sad to say, but you know what? It's just time to pass on from them. So these are the Profusion palettes that I got like a few years ago. I got them because Allie Glines talked about how wonderful and how beautiful Profusion palettes are, and I think they are still really great quality and stuff like that, but I just don't touch them. I don't go for them. It's probably my own fault. Like, some of these eyeshadow palettes are like so stunningly beautiful. Like, that's the Wanderlust one. This is the Temptress one. But they kind of have similar shades in them, I guess. If you look at them, they're a little bit different. And then this one is the only one that is a straight metallics. Now, I think Profusion has a really great formula when it comes to it. Like, I'll swatch this blue one really quickly. That's what it looks like, FYI. And then when I swatch it on my hand, that is what it looks like on my hand. Again, great pigmentation, great quality. I'm not going to knock them at all. But I just don't touch these enough. I just feel like I have other palettes that, yes, are more high-end and they are drugstore. And yes, this is more actually drugstore prices, because I think these palettes were $10 when I bought them at Target or at Walmart. I think the palettes, I know they've reformulated them. They're like square palettes now with like, instead of circles. So I don't know. I think this is just time for me to go ahead and move on from these, especially since I do have other palettes that do have similar shades and colors. And obviously with all these beautiful purples you see here on this palette, your girl just got that Michaela X Glam Light palette, which has a lot of purples, a lot of shades kind of similar to this. So a review coming if the video is not up already. If the video is up, I'll link it down below. If it's not, then it should be coming soon. So getting rid of these and passing these on. I'm like dying here, about to like chop my neck off. Okay. Palette I'm going to keep, because since I'm getting rid of the other Dominique Cosmetics palette, I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. This one's really pretty. I think it's really stunning. Although it is only a like 8-pan eyeshadow palette, I think these are kind of worthless when they're 8 pans. But I think the shades are extremely pretty. Actually, some of these I haven't even swatched yet. So like this one looks really, really pretty. Yeah, that's what that one looks like. It looks like almost like glass. Wow, that's stunning. Yeah, so very beautiful palette. Definitely should go ahead and use that in one of my future videos. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, more palettes over here. So this is the Zoeva. I don't own anything by Zoeva except for this one. It's a really pretty palette. It does have some really pretty shimmers in it. It's actually it's unused. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this into my giveaway pile so that I can gladly go ahead and give this away to one of you guys sometime here in the future, so which is going up here. Then I have the Boxy Charm palette they came out with sometime last year, I think. It's extremely beautiful. I haven't really dabbled into it that much. I think I swatched a few of these shades, but again, I could always pass this on to a family member or a friend. This shade right here, full size, looks stunning. I'm sorry, whoever I'm passing this on to, I just have to swatch this. Whoa, look at that. Okay. That is some full-on like glitter duochrome type of situation going on. But again, I need to pass this on. I cannot keep every eyeshadow palette that comes my way. So passing that on to a family member or a friend. Then we have the Ciate Editor palette. Did I swatch this or did I not swatch this? I don't remember. Or did I just keep this for shits and giggles? I think I just kept this for shits and giggles because I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it or not. This is obviously unused. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into my giveaway pile as well. So there is that. And hint, hint in this video, when I'm done with my Declutter series, I'll be doing a giveaway. So that means there's an extra giveaway in that month. If it's this month or next month, probably going to be next month because we're already in June. So it is what it is. The other eyeshadow palette I have, I don't know if my filming cut me off, but if you guys didn't hear me say it, I am doing a giveaway at the end of my Declutter series, so you're not gonna wanna miss it. Anyways, moving on. So I do have this Catrice palette, which is by the Warrior of the Night. This is the Wesley Benjamin Carter palette that he did with him. I actually ended up buying this palette because one of my employees, Alex, this is her cousin, and he sends her makeup all the time because he lives in LA, because he's like a micro influencer who has a decent following, so he gets sent stuff. And obviously he's a guy in makeup who obviously was able to do a really great collab with, or I guess he's kind of like I don't know what to call him, or if he's like, because micro influencers are like people who have like less than 100K, and I guess you're kind of like a middle influencer when you have like thousands, like in the 100,000s, and then I guess you can call people like extreme influencers when they're like in the millions. But anyways, I think it's amazing that he was still able to do this collab with Catrice. I bought it just for that reason, but I've never used it. So I think I can gladly go ahead and pass this on to a family member or friend. Actually, you know what? I think I might just give this to Alex just cause, so she can say that she has it, because I've never used it. But honestly, the palette, I bought it for that reason, but I'm not wowed about it. And also just because it kind of reminds me of like kid makeup. Is that bad to say? Just because it's like little itty bitty little circles and this like plastic packaging. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and gift this to Alex so she can have this. To the last few items that are in here, this is the Tarteist Pro palette. Again, another palette that I've yet to use that is stunningly beautiful. It's all mattes and stuff like that. I honestly don't think I'm going to end up ever using this. Oh my goodness, it smells delicious. Oh, tart. This palette smells so good. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this into my giveaway pile over here. Again, this pile I tend to use for like gifts for family members or friends, but also I use it for giveaways for you guys. So last but not least, I have these eyeshadow palettes by Makeup Revolution. These are the two Roxy palettes that I get to open, and then this is the Revolution Sophie X palette. I actually keep meaning to do a dedicated video to these palettes, but they've been out for so long now, I don't even know if it's even worth it. But if you guys are interested in seeing me do these collab videos and kind of just reviewing some of their products, because you can actually still purchase these, actually both of these in Ulta right now, because they are influencers from the UK, and obviously it's Makeup Revolution London, so which makes it easier for them to collab with these two beautiful girls. But they are amazing. If you don't know who Roxy is, if you don't know who Soph is, I'll link their channels down below, but they are such beautiful queens, and I still need to play with these. So I'm gonna move these actually up to the front. I should probably wipe this out, but you know what? I think that's good enough. So last but not least is this Stila palette. This is what it looks like. There are two cheeks, and then these are eyeshadows that are up here for you. So I don't know what to do. Yeah, I think that's what it says. Two blushes, a base, and then you have your lid, crease, liner, and then illuminator. So yeah, this is supposed to create a whole entire look in one. Very unique. I've never seen anything like this, which is why I think I picked this up. Because I remember they sold this during like Black Friday, or I guess it's not called Black Friday, I don't know. But in general, I bought this, I never used it, which is so weird. But again, I guess I could just pass this on to a family member or a friend. So as you can see, some of the stuff I purchased with my own money, and I'm just passing it along because I just never get around to using it, which is so nuts. Like, who was it? There was someone I was watching the other day, like, talking about, oh, it was Allie Glines today in her video that she posted, talking about, think about how much money we've spent on beauty products over our lifetime, and just think about it. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, probably. I mean, I could probably say so, whether it's over the hair care products that I have, whether it's the makeup that I've purchased. Jesus, I can't even talk to you guys about it. If you guys actually, I think there was a video last year, or at the end of sometime during like my Vlogmas time, I actually talked about, or at the beginning of the season, I don't know, or I put together how much money I spent on just makeup alone in that year. It's ridiculous. I'll link that down below for you guys, or at the top of this, so you guys can check that video out. Very interesting if you've never actually thought about how much money you spend on makeup or beauty products. I definitely spent a decent amount of money. Yeah, nice little self-reflection there, for sure. Okay, moving on. This drawer, I'm telling you right now, nothing's leaving, nothing's going anywhere. This is my influencer drawer, to where I actually love all these eyeshadow palettes. But I can talk to you guys about what I have in here. Majority of it's Jeffree Star, whatever your beef is with him. I love the makeup. I also do I also don't think he's that bad of a person, but I don't know him personally, and I'm here for the tea and I'm here for the drama. But I love the makeup. The makeup's amazing. So I have a few of his eyeshadow palettes that are in here. They're kind of scattered around. I've got the Blood Sugar palette. I have 2 of these? Since when do I have 2 of these? That's the one I've used. So is this the one I haven't used? I think this is the one I haven't used then, because I think I have a second one, don't I? I sure as heckin' Bob do. Have I swatched both of these? Because if I have, I'm a Nimrod. I have. I'm so stupid. Well, that's dumb, Sandra. I've used 2 palettes to where I could give one of these away, honestly. So that was stupid of me. I didn't know I did that, because that's swatched. That one's swatched. So there's that. I thought I didn't touch this one because it's still in that carton, and I thought this is the one that I did touch. Obviously, because I've swatched this one, I've swatched that, I've swatched that. So crazy and nuts. Okay, well, I guess this is the one that I'm keeping for sure. And I'm still gonna keep it in its unicorn because it's just cool that way. And then this is the one that's barely touched, it looks like, but this pan's falling out, which is weird. That shade apparently I swatched and used, and then same thing with this one. I think those are the only 2 shades, this shade right here, 3 shades in here that are swatched and touched. So I could definitely go ahead and pass this on to a family member or a friend that would be interested in this, or I could potentially put this into a giveaway if one of you guys is okay that I've only swatched like 3 of those in there. So I don't know. We'll put that over here in the meantime. It is what it is. But then I also have the Controversy palette, which is over here. I've got the Nudie Patootie palette by Laura Lee Los Angeles. I've got the Tarte Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. I will never get rid of this palette. My first influencer palette I ever purchased was that one. This is the Tarte and Whitney Simmons collaboration. There's that. The rest of this is Jeffree Star. This is the Morphe Jeffree Star palette that I never played with yet. And then I realized, like, after that whole entire controversy happened with him, they like this one on sale ridiculously. But just look at it. It's beautiful. I should play with this at some point. I probably should get this out of this drawer and play with it for sure, because like that shade, it looks stunning AF. These green shades are beautiful. I don't know. Should I play with it? Should I not play with it? Should I just put it in the maybe pile and I don't know, and move on? It won't go back in. Okay, moving on from that. I'll come back to that later. And then obviously I have the Manny Morphe palette, which is right here. You guys heard me talk about the Kathleen Lights palettes. I also have the Jawbreaker palette that I haven't opened. Oh my god, this one? Nikki Tutorials did her damn thing on this palette. This palette is beautiful. The packaging is amazing. So definitely love that palette. I need to play with that one more for sure. So yeah, let's lay these all flat in here if I can. And yeah, move on from that. So it's that time again. My battery is dying. I need to change the battery. BR. All right, last but not least. All right, last but not least, we're going through this drawer right here that you guys can see. There's not really much in this drawer, but I'm gonna go ahead and just move some of this stuff up. And then I've got like some individual shadows over here. So this is the Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette that I have. I recently bought this during a like BOXY pop-up, I believe. So I definitely need to play with this more. The shades though themselves really don't wow me that much, but I wanted to do a dedicated like beauty bakery video coming up soon, just because I have a few different items by Beauty Bakery, so kind of wanted to do like a special video towards that. So I'm gonna throw this up here with this here, and then we'll organize that later. This is the Haus Laboratories Glam Room #1 palette. This is Gaga's like first eyeshadow palette with glam, with her Haus Laboratories. I kept this, and then I was actually very like upset because this shade swatches horribly. Like, it doesn't do anything. Realistically, you guys can see how hard I'm pressing into this, and then look, nothing comes off my finger. So I just don't know if this just wasn't pressed well or what, because like it's not moving, it's not budging. I'm literally pushing so hard into this, and it's not crumbling or anything. So I just don't know what's wrong with this shade, and if it just wasn't formulated correctly. Now, some of these other shades actually swatch really beautifully. So if I go into this one a little bit more harder, you can actually see that on my finger, and then swatch that for you guys right here. So it is a very beautiful shade itself. I think some of these shades are great and some of them aren't, but I'm not gonna go ahead and just pass this on to a family member or a friend. And then there's only a few other items in here. So I have this Ofra Cosmetics palette that I have yet to play with. These are eyeshadows, blushes, and a highlighter. So I definitely want to go ahead and keep that. I just don't know. I put it in this drawer because it just really didn't have a home, since it was an eyeshadow palette, a blush palette, and a highlighter palette. So I figured this was kind of just like an everyday drawer of whatever it is. Then I have these two things in here. Okay. So ColourPop releases stuff all the time, but when these villain palettes came out, I had to buy them because, first off, the Evil Queen, love her, and then Hades, I love him because I love Greek mythology, and Hercules is one of my all-time favorite movies. So this is in here. It's a highlighter, a lipstick, and a lip gloss. I should probably really take this stuff out, but for nostalgic reasons, I just kept it in there. I've used the items, but I put them right back in so I don't lose where they go. But like this lip gloss is very unique, for sure, as a color. So like that's what it looks like. I don't know. That's very pretty. But this highlighter, ColourPop highlighter, beautiful, beautiful. Like, it feels so cool to the touch, which is nuts. And then I'll swatch it right here for us. So it kind of has this like shift to it. I don't even know how to even explain it. It's like an orangey, pinky shift to it. So it's a very, very beautiful color. And then the lip color itself is named Hades. I've actually never used it, but it just, beautiful shade. I definitely need to play with these. And I was supposed to do a dedicated video for these when they came out, but I just never did. Then the Evil Queen one, again, she's stunning, she's beautiful. It is more of like a gold shift. So again, super pretty. I don't even know where to swatch this right now on my hand. So right there, that is what she looks like. Again, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So push her back in there, and then even like the lip colors, like this stuff is just beautiful, but I've just never used it. I'm so mad at myself. I forget about this stuff all the time. Like, that's a very beautiful lip gloss, has a nice red tint to it, and then the lip color itself is a very beautiful red. So there's that, and this packaging is heavy, so I don't know. I definitely need to get these out of their cartons, but I also keep them just for nostalgia reasons because I love these movies. I'm gonna get my Fitbit all dirty. Okay, there's that. So I'm keeping those. This is also a Stila palette, which is discontinued, but it's an all matte palette, and it's my favorite, so I bought it before it discontinued. I'm not getting rid of it. I ain't doing it. Okay, now the part I actually do want to go over is this stuff right here, because these little things, I don't use these anymore. I definitely know I probably want to get rid of them, so let's just go ahead and do that. So I already know, telling you guys right off the bat, all of these like super shock shadows, whatever these are, these individual ones, since you can't depot them, I'm gonna go ahead and pass these along just because I already know I'm not gonna use them. I haven't used them. So I just remember those were like all the rage years ago, and I was like, oh my god, everyone had to have a million of these. Which one did you reach for? Oh my god, what's that color? But now ColourPop has been gotten away from the single shadows and does more of their eyeshadow palettes, which is more cost effective. So gonna go ahead and pass those all along. Same thing for like these little shadows. Don't even know why I have them. Another ColourPop shadow. And then this one, which is like an eyeshadow crayon, get rid of that. Another ColourPop, I think this is like a purple liner, gonna get rid of that. This Kylie Cosmetics like eyeshadow duo that I got in a gift set, I'm gonna get rid of that. Pretty much a lot of this I'm getting rid of. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow in, I forget what color this is, in Dirty Martini. I did use this in a video, but I'm not really a big fan of these types of shadows, but I have heard that these are like a cheaper dupe for like the Stila ones. I don't know, I need to be more experienced at them, but I'm not. I also have this little trio that I've purchased in the past. I should just gladly go ahead and put into a giveaway pile, so move that up there or give that to a friends or family. These just aren't really my thing. Like, I know I have them and I know I should use them because I've heard they're like really great bases, but some of these I've had in my collection forever, like this one, but it's still like stunning. Look at that color. Oh my god, this pigmentation. I really need to use these or learn how to use these because that's just something I've just never done. Like, can you even have like a bad thing to say about these? No, Sandra. God, they're just so pretty. Like, I don't... Okay, I think I'm gonna keep all of these ones and just get rid of like the single shadows. This one's by Ciate. Let's see how that one goes. That one's not as good color payoff as those other three. So this one can go. What about this Marc Jacobs one? This Marc Jacobs one, is that really pretty? Is that stunning? Oh yeah, beautiful gold. Okay, keep that one. Last but not least, we've got this Flower Beauty one, which is the Warrior Glitter Eyeshadows. Let's go ahead and try that one out next to that. Okay, so yeah, that one ended up working. If you swipe it, it wasn't that great, but if you pat it, then it is a stunning shade. Now I will say those are kind of really similar, but this one's more of like a greenish gold and that's kind of like a metal gold. So those three can stay along with the eyeshadow that's called Put It Back in this beautiful green shade from the Conspiracy palette, and that is just so beautiful. I use this on St. Patty's Day and also around Halloween sometimes, especially when I do my Slytherin costumes. This is a very beautiful shade to have in your collection. And then going into that whole Harry Potter thing, I have this beautiful Harry Potter box that has a bunch of eye makeup and stuff into it. I remember swatching this stuff, but I definitely need to use it, and I forget that it's in this box. So cute little eyeshadow palette, Slytherin, and then there's like some other stuff that's in here, like a really cute like green lip color. I believe this was a lip balm, a changing lip balm, right? Color changing lipstick, so yes. So I don't know, it kind of goes on, it's supposed to be green, but then it like changes to like the color of your lips or whatever the natural skin tone it wants to change to. So that's the color of my skin, and then that's the color that it turned to on my on there. So I think that's really cool. I think I'm actually gonna take that out and maybe put that in my bag. I don't know. Interesting product. Then I have the lip crayon, which is right here. I'm gonna keep that. There's a liquid highlighter, and then there's like a regular highlighter, which is in here. This one's very unique because it's a bunch of like balls, I guess. That's what it looks like. I don't know. I think I'm keeping it for the nostalgia purpose. It's okay, it's not great, but it was also put together by Ulta, so I don't know what to say or what to do. What is this? Alright, so that is the end of my makeup shadow collection. I've got swatches all over me. It's ridiculous. But we're going to go ahead and organize all the stuff that I am keeping, put that back in here so I can kind of see what I've got. all in all, I'm keeping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 palettes that I'm keeping. And then as for getting rid of, it looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 eyeshadow palettes that I'm getting rid of, that I'm giving away to friends and family. It looks like I donated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyeshadow palettes that are going into my giveaway stash. And then I've also have the individual pots, which are the individual eyeshadows, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 from that one little drawer. So yeah, I think I definitely got rid of a decent amount of stuff, and I've got swatches all over my hands. So I feel very great about decluttering some of this stuff and just kind of being able to pass along to friends and family. Also, I don't think I said it in the beginning, I know that I am blessed to have these things, but I've also spent my hard-earned money to have them in my collection. No way am I bragging or anything like that, because a lot of this makeup, obviously, I've spent my hard-earned money on, like I said, and none of it was ever really, it was gifted to me besides that one eyeshadow palette that I told you guys about. So again, it's not me bragging, but at the same time, I've worked my butt off to spend my money, my hard-earned money, on this stuff. So again, as long as you work hard, you can play hard. Again, so you can spend your own money the way that you want to spend it. So that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit long because I talked a lot. Hopefully I was able to like kind of fast forward a bit. If I did, if I didn't, I don't know how I'm going to do this in editing, but I'll figure it out, and then you guys will obviously see the end result. But I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching this video. So leave me your comments down below. Do you have any of these eyeshadow palettes? What are your thoughts on these eyeshadow palettes? And hello, if you are from the US or international, I want to know where you're from down below. Let's go ahead and get a chat talking down below in the comments. And don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because again, I will be doing a giveaway at the end of my declutter series with some of the items that you see me putting over here. So yes, that means an extra giveaway in that month, no matter what. If I hit a new 100 tier, which if I do hit another 100 tier, you guys already know, that creates another giveaway. So, and I am very honest about my giveaways. I put it on blast on my IG. I also message the person and also put their name in the video and things like that. So I'm always giving stuff away. Yes, I am a smaller YouTuber, but again, at the same time, if I have the opportunity to give back to people who don't have the opportunity to purchase stuff, or just in general maybe have but are interested in winning these items, hey, that's okay as well. But I appreciate you guys just being a part of my YouTube channel and being part of my YouTube journey. So I appreciate you guys so much. So you know the gist. If you like videos like this, don't forget this video a big thumbs up, because you know you want to. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it helps me out a lot. And don't forget to go ahead and hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss a video with me, your girl Sandra D, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.